Guitaristas is proudly supported by Gear for Music. Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. So, this wasn't at all planned. This really wasn't planned. I had a few ideas of what I was going to do this week. And then this happened. And it was an accident. Well, you know, I'll say it's an accident. I should know better. I need to stay away from my local guitar shops. So I live in the South End area of Essex in the UK. I'm an Essex boy, if you didn't know. And there's a couple of really good local shops. I mean, we're blessed, really. There are two really good local, little, I call them mum and pop shops, but they're both actually owned by cool guys that play in bands, you know. And they store predominantly, if not almost exclusively, used gear. And that's bloody dangerous, isn't it? If you go into a shop full of used guitars and amps, there's always some tasty stuff, isn't there? And there's always stuff you go, oh, I fancy that. And just lately, I've been on a bit of a roll. Some other stuff I've got to show you. But I wanted to show you this first, okay? So I went into one of my local music shops, Morley's Music in Leigh-on-Sea. Thanks, Archie, for looking after us. I went in to buy some strings, didn't I? And I came out with this. Now this is, look, the case is misleading, actually. The case is misleading. I'll tell you that now. But the case is brilliant. The case is actually really cool. I mean, look, this is 70s stickerage, isn't it? So you might think, oh, there's something really tasty in there. Well, there is, but it ain't from the 70s. So I won't lie to you. What I'll do is I'll get on with it now, because what happens when I do a thumbnail like this, which is going to be something like this, isn't it? It's not going to be that. It'll be, because I'm not going to pull stupid. I made myself laugh. I'm not going to pull stupid face, but it'll be like, oh, what's in the case? That looks interesting. Oh, people love that. They go, oh, fucking hell, what's in the case, Cole? And everyone clicks on it. The danger is, this happens. So all of you subscribers, all of you lot that watch me every week, well, I always get a higher number of you click, because, you know, you don't know what it is. So you think, we'll better find out before we bin it off. So you all click, and I get loads of others that have no idea what I do click on it. And at this point, they're fucking furious, because I'm still talking and I haven't shown them what the guitar is yet. So for you, if you're new, I'm going to get on with it, okay? You should know there's timestamps in the description box, so you can skip forward to see what it is or hear what it sounds like. Or I'm going to review it as well when I show you what it is. I'm going to do a deep dive review. So you can skip forward if you want, and do that if you want. Have you gone? Okay, cool. I'll settle down and I'll talk to you subscribers now that know that I waffle loads. I do get around to it. But the point is, this isn't TikTok, is it? So I'm going to show you this guitar, but just before I do, last call to get your raffle tickets for the Gretsch White Falcon. Raffle ends this Sunday, the 30th of August. Links in the description box. £5 a ticket. You could win this. Proceeds go to support this channel. And on this occasion, we're giving 10% to charity, Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. Okay, so support the channel, support a bit of charity, and this could be yours. All shipping worldwide, taxes and tariffs included. Links in the description box. You've got a couple of days to get your tickets in. Right, so what is it? Is that all unclipped? So yeah, as I said, it's a beautiful case. A little bit misleading because it isn't a vintage guitar. Oh, no, it's not a vintage guitar. It's this. It is a Les Paul. I paid £799 for it, but it is a Gibson. And it's one of these here Les Paul tributes. This one is the 50s tribute. Let me just get the case out of the way. So this is a genuine Gibson USA Les Paul tribute series. You've seen variations of it through the years. This is one that they made from 2013 to 2015, I think. This is a 2013 model in, I think it's like a tobacco sunburst. 50s tribute. They made a 50s tribute and a 60s tribute. I had one of these, a gold top version. I think they did a gold top, they did a cherry one, they did an ebony one, and they did this sunburst one. I had a gold top version of this before I started doing the channel here, and I remember it being brilliant, sounding brilliant, in particular sounding really good. But it was just on that time when I started buying guitars, and I got rid of it pretty quick because I thought, I want a proper Les Paul and stuff, you know. Only to discover later that these tributes, these stripped back versions, the cheaper ones, well, they are proper Les Pauls, and they're a thing of their own, really, because, you know, they're sort of, well, we'll find out today. I'm going to review this now, and I'm going to get on with it. But I found this in my local shop for £799. Oh, bloody hell. I'm having that. I think that's about what they cost new. They might have even been cheaper. But to find a genuine Gibson Les Paul for that amount of money is pretty rare these days. Now, I've had a look online. You're no doubt furiously looking yourself now. You will find them, but you know, around about £800-900. Some people asking a lot more for these. So I think I got a bloody bargain. I also love the case as well, because these came in a soft case originally. So there you go. Let's get on with it. What we're going to do is we'll do a review. We'll do all the, you know, weights and measures and stuff, and have a closer look at everything. It's got a real proper 50s chunky neck, which is 50s tribute. See, P90s. Let's get on with the job. It's solid mahogany. Looks like 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Can never see when I do that because the light's not facing this way. Hang on. Now I can't tell anyway, to be honest with you. I can see it clearly. There's a line down the middle. It might only be 2 pieces. Anyway, it's 2 or 3 pieces at least. Mahogany. Now, I said solid mahogany. I was looking at specs earlier. Some say, or the one I looked at said weight relieved. So let's weigh it and see what that means, because it doesn't feel especially light. Yeah, £8 9 ounces. So, well, actually, that's sort of a. Oh, hang on, didn't do that, did I? Which is 3.9 kilos. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, well, that's kind of a good weight for a Les Paul, isn't it? That's about right, isn't it? It's kind of a vintagey weight. So we don't know if it's weight relieved or not to achieve that, but I can also tell you it's got a solid carved maple cap. Tribute series, stripped back. It's not got the binding, has it? You can see that it's not got the binding. But what they do here is they scrape the edge. I guess this is the maple cap edge that they scrape. Not sure how they do it. Yeah, it is actually, because you can see, I will take a close up of that. You can see the carve of that there. So that's the maple cap. And it looks nice. It obviously differs on the different colours. I mean, on the gold top that I had, that's kind of lighter, so it's quite an attractive thing. It's got I believe, a mahogany neck, according to the specs that I just looked at. Solid, we'll say 1 piece, because there's no scarf joints or anything. Obviously, it's got the the wings added on to the headstock, like all Gibsons. It's got a slightly larger headstock. They tended to do that on the Faded and Tribute series. As I say, they changed the name of the guitar and the specs quite regularly over the years. SGJ and LPJ, do you remember them? I've got a Gibson SGJ. I'll show you from on the wall behind me. There you go. See the headstock on that as well. Slightly bigger, no binding. So they did all sorts of variations, and they were cheap. I mean, I think I paid, I'm not kidding, for that SGJ, I paid £399. It was about 2013, probably, something like that. So they were cheap, and we all criticised them, didn't we, for not being proper, you know. Oh, it's not a proper one. Actually, they were really good, because there are no frills, and this has got a nice nitro satin finish. But it's a proper nitro finish, and yeah, neck to die for. So let's have a look at the neck profile and measurements on the screen now. Okay, here are the neck profile and measurements at the 1st fret, and here are the neck profile and measurements at the 12th fret. It's proper 50s rounded C profile. And the 60s tribute that they did, if my memory serves me correctly, had humbuckers, and I think they were 490Ts and 491s or something like that. Humbuckers in the 60s tribute with a slimmer neck. And I don't know if it had Grover tuners like this one. So this one's got proper Grover tuners. I think maybe the 60s tribute did. I should probably stop talking about that one because I don't really know, and just focus on this one. This one's got Grover tuners. It's got obviously the stenciled logo rather than inlaid. Stenciled, is that the right term? Acrylic inlays. And P90s. Alnico 5 P90s, I understand. Before we go any further, well, let's take the strings off first before we go any further, and then we'll go further. Did anyone notice that this has been top wrapped? Had been top wrapped. It's not anymore because I'm taking the strings off, but I shall top wrap again when I restring it. Standard chrome advanced plating ink stop bar and Nashville style tune-o-matic. 2 volume 2 tone, we'll have a look in there in a second. 3-way switch. Poker chip, I think these did come with a poker chip on to start with. And P90s. Let's have a closer look at the fingerboard and frets. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Fingerboard and frets. It's a rosewood fingerboard. Pretty chunky, medium jumbo frets. This is in pretty good nick for a used guitar. It hasn't been played a lot, but I can see it has been played. And you know, at this point, the frets are good. There's no, obviously there's no sharp edges on the frets at the moment, but I mean, you wouldn't expect that from a used guitar because it may have been fettled, so you can't comment on the build quality or QC of it when it was new. It looks pretty good for the money, I'll be honest with you. So yeah, looks good. Happy with that. Let's move on to these pickups and let's take some readings. All controls on 10. We'll start with the bridge pickup. As I said, Alnico 5 P90, 7.83 kilo ohms with a capacitance or sorry, an inductance. Oh, I got it wrong. How many times have I done that? It's an inductance, 6.17 Henrys over to the neck, 7.78K with an inductance of 6.19 Henrys. And that reading, the inductance, I'm told, gives us more of a measure of how pokey these might be. So we may be in for a treat. We love P90s, don't we? Moving on. I'll just show you how these P90s are fixed into the cavities and how they adjust. They're moving quite freely, so I'm going to say there are springs under these. Pretty certain these are on springs and foam, I should imagine. These screws, oh, okay, they're in the, I was just about to say these screws go directly into the body. Not true, they're fixed onto metal plates, these. They're bolts, look, it's not a screw, it's a bolt. So these bolt onto, let's have a look, metal plates, there you go. We'll flip that over there. So no foam, metal plate. Can you see that? Let's get a bit closer. There you go. These springs, a bit fiddly to get back in. So bolts come through these holes, go into there. I'll just flip it a little bit so you can see the maple cap there. See? Big, thick old maple cap. And as far as I can see from here, take my word for it, the neck tenon doesn't go into the cavity at all, as far as I can see. But it's nice and tidy. So putting these back is a bit of a faff. Already forgotten which way up the springs were. I'm pretty sure that's the way up the springs were. Actually, it's not too bad. They're magnetised anyway, aren't they? So the springs aren't going to fall off. What am I going on about? See, that's fine. It's easy. It's a doddle. Providing you can get the screws lined up. The bolts, should I say, sorry, I keep saying screws. The bolts lined up, which is a piece of piss. There you go. Okay. Sorry for my wittering. Here you go. We'll fine adjust that again once I get the strings on. Okay, flip it. Interested to see if it's a PCB or not. It is. There you go. Plug and play pickups. No, there's no switching on this or anything. There's no coil splits or anything like that. Okay, there you go. Looks really nice and tidy. It's such a nice looking guitar. Let's put this back, put a new set of strings on, plug it in, see what it sounds like. See you in a minute. Okay, here we go. New set of Ernie Ball regular slinkies today. This is what it sounds like unplugged. Nice and open, eh? It's quite loud. Yeah, sounds good. Right, on the ball today, I've messed things up. I've messed things up this week. No, I've mixed things up this week. I thought I'd change the, take the clone off. I was going to put the soul food on because I'm a fan of that. But then I thought, well, you know what? I'll stick those Heartwood pedals on for a bit, just mess around with them a little bit more. So for the boost today, I've got the Heartwood Baltimore boost. That's the dark blue one. And the light blue one, that's the Heartwood Blue Ridge Drive pedal, which we used it a few weeks ago. It sounded great. So I've put that back on, then back on, and I've got the Rat on again because I love the Rat. I've also got on Strymon Deco that I bought a few weeks back now, and I haven't done anything with it at all. So I'm going to muck around with that a little bit today, maybe. Okay, that's just basically it gives it a tape saturation sound. Gives it kind of a tube. Sorry, yeah, I can't really explain it. It gives it a saturation, so it gives it a bit of more of an authentic kind of tubey sound. Yeah, that's all I know. I saw Barry Cadigan using one of those, and he swears by it, so I thought I'd get one. So I might muck around with that today. As always, I'll show you if I step on any of them. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what it sounds like plugged in. P90. Growls. Not quite as pokey as I was expecting, maybe. Sounds all right though, doesn't it? I'll show you what the Strymon does. Just acts as a boost, really. Not muddies it, that's the wrong word, dirties it up a bit, roughs it up a bit. And obviously you can adjust the saturation. Sort of, it's like tube compression, isn't it? I like that. We better not use too much of it though, because people will complain that it's the pedals they can hear, not the guitar. This is what the guitar sounds like. Sweet. Enough of that. I mean, that sounds nice, doesn't it? I mean, I'm using the Baltimore Boost and the Strymon Deco, and we had a little bit of the wobbly side on as well. Again, a lot of that's about the pedals. Without, that's no pedals. Didn't mean to do that. I think we'll leave it there. I found my groove there in the end. It took a while this week. I'm not going to lie to you. I did struggle. I played for about an hour before I got anything kind of, well, I was happy with, really. But we got there in the end. And I think we've got some usable stuff that demonstrates how good the guitar sounds. I thought it sounded great. And in addition, you got a Strymon Deco demonstration from someone that has no idea how to use it and didn't read the instruction manual. So, yeah, only I could do that. But it's fun, isn't it? It's fun. That's what we're doing here. We're having fun. We're mucking around. And if you get any benefit of the reviews or demonstrations out of it, good on you. I'm having fun. I really like this guitar. I'll say that with a proviso that Les Pauls, I still find them a little bit uncomfortable. They're not my most favourite guitar. Yeah, they're not my most favourite guitar. They're a little bit cumbersome to play. They do sound good. I mean, they can sound good, especially a P90 loaded one. But I was thinking about this, and I think that for me, Les Pauls are more about the, you could say romance or the visual. It's just the visual aspect of them. They're a very attractive guitar, and this one is no different. And even, you know, being a stripped back one, this is a really nice plain top, isn't it? And it was a bloody bargain. So, you know, I have a few Les Pauls because they're attractive. You know, who can not look at a sunburst Les Paul and not think, that's a looker? You know. So this one, I mean, £799. If I were you and if you haven't got a Les Paul, or even if you haven't got another Les Paul, if you haven't got if you like Les Pauls, these are my top tip, really, because they're the older versions of the tributes, of the stripped back ones, and you can pick them up pretty cheap. I mean, if ever a Les Paul was an investment, this is. I mean, some of them sell for like 1,200 odd quid now, and I'm sure, and they're kind of worth that because they don't make the tribute anymore, do they? They make the modern, which is actually quite expensive, I think, isn't it? I should remember we reviewed one not very long ago and raffled it off. Well, I might as well mention it now because I accidentally mentioned the raffle. This is your last chance to win that, isn't it? Or to try and win it anyway. It's been lurking behind me the whole of this film. Raffle ends this Sunday, 30th of August. Links in the description box if you want to enter. £5 a ticket. It could be yours. Sorry, I really have been all over the place this week. There's quite a lot of stuff going on in the background, sort of grown-up things. End of year accounts and shit like that I've had to deal with just this week, as well as making this film. So I've kind of not been fully focused on what the fuck I'm doing here. So let me look at my notes. Bad playing. Poor Strymon demo. Covered that. Baltimore Boost, great. No, I didn't mention that. Those Heartwood pedals, the Baltimore Boost in particular, I didn't use the drive this week, but the Boost is a great little thing. I thought that sounded wicked when we had the Boost on and the Strymon on. Sounded wicked. And I would like to tweak the Strymon a little bit more, give it a bit more saturation. That's a fucking sound, isn't it? Yeah, that sounded awesome, even on the neck pickup. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Like that. Uncomfortable. Did that. Buy one while they're cheap. Yeah. Hope you're listening. Win the Falcon. Well, I hope you do. I hope you do. And on that note, we'll end it. Yeah, we'll end it. Great guitar. Thanks for joining us. come back next week and see what we're up to. I may or may not be here next week. If I'm not, I'll put a little post on the community section on the YouTube channel, let you know what's going on. As I said, there's a lot of stuff going on that I've got deadlines to finish, and I'd rather not, you know, come here and phone it in. You know, if you know what I mean, I'd rather be happy rather not just do something for the sake of it. I got this guitar this week, so I thought, yeah, I got to review that. So, you know, I'm excited about it, but you know, if I'm not here, please forgive me. It's just that I sometimes need time to get my head back in the game, really, and properly, because, yeah, just because, yeah, I have to explain myself, do I? Thanks for watching, and indulging me, putting up with me, yeah. I'll see you, well, hopefully next week. If not, it'll be the week after. So, you know, next time. I'll see you next time. All right. Cheers. Oh, and good luck. If you're in the raffle, good luck. I shall be emailing the winner just after the draw at 8 o'clock this coming Sunday. So, it might be you. Never know. Cheers. Ta-ra.